Okay, hi. My name's Hassan. My micro lecture is going to be over is attack on abortion rights. So for my outline, my three main points are going to be who's all being affected by this issue. I know that it's really more about, when you think about it surface-wise, it's more of a women's issue, but I think this has a widespread effect. I think it affects us all, not just women. Of course, it does affect women the most, but it has an effect overall on all of us. My second one is this a healthcare issue or religious issue? I think this kind of gets blurred a lot. I think a lot of times a particular side is driven a lot by religious values and things like that, but I think that it's important to remember that this is about public health. This is about keeping people safe. It's about providing safe and secure avenues to get to different medical services, essentially. The last one is, what does this mean for us and the American healthcare system moving forward? So there are a lot of questions that are raised, especially in my mind, when I think about, particular rights being taken or struck down, reversed. It does affect our country, our economy. It affects a lot of things, but we'll get into that. So, for my first main point, who's all being affected by the issue? So we all know, most of us know, in 1973, the Roe v. Wade decision, it pretty much solidified abortion as a right under the 14th Amendment. This meant that, there is now a safe place for women to go, get their, abortions or whatever services that they needed, get them safe, get them professionally, and it was something that was needed. I think it also gave a lot of right to autonomy. I'll get more into that later, but so 59% of the women that are getting abortions are already mothers. This shows that it's not really about keeping children from being born. It's really more of an issue of a lot of mothers have children already. They feel like they can't provide a good financial situation or things like that for children that they already have. Definitely not, one that they're going to bring to this world. So, and then I have 25% of women have an abortion by the time they're 45 years old. So when I think about this one, really it's more about, it shows how important these are because of how large the population is getting this procedure done. It's about a quarter of the female population, and those are only the recorded ones. There are ones or women that haven't wanted to speak on those things and haven't reported this, so it could be higher, it could fluctuate. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're all being affected by this in the same ways that, keeping, abortion rights and things will help keeping women, in school, putting women in the workforce, and really pushing the economy. So my next main point is going to be, is this a healthcare issue or a religious issue? So I would say this is a healthcare issue. I think that the lines can get blurred a lot of times by politicians and things like that, legislative and people that are pushing these laws and getting these through. I think a lot of times that they do have maybe more conservative values, or their values politically may be rooted in their religion, and it causes a blurring of lines, I would say. You kind of start to see people let those things affect their political views, and that's kind of an issue. That's kind of the whole entire, basis of America, is having that freedom of, being able to express yourself regardless of the religious beliefs of others. So the restrictions placed on abortion by certain states make it harder for individuals to get safe procedures done the right way. This is what makes this a healthcare issue. Well, like I said, almost 25% of women, or a quarter of women, are getting this procedure done. So it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot. So it's important that we make this available for everyone to, get it done safely, the right way. And then this is also an attack on women's rights and autonomy. the right to do as they please with their body. It strikes up questions for me, just because imagine if that was me, if it was reversed and I was a woman, or a certain right of mine, especially with my own body that I choose to do, was taken from me. Yeah, that's definitely begs the question. And then my last one is going to be, what does this mean for Americans and for us in our healthcare system moving forward? So I think it's important just because we have to remember that Roe v. Wade had good effects on us and our economy as a whole. Like I said before, it increased women's workforce entry. The education that they were attaining was growing, and that was also maximizing their earning potentials. They were getting out into the work field, and they were boosting the economy. That was pretty big. When those rights are attacked, or those options, those avenues aren't open as much, we will see a reduction in things like that. So that will slow down our economy to an extent. And in summation, I just wanted to say I feel like, when we think about abortion rights, it can get really left or right. I don't think it really should be about those things. I think it should be more of, just securing American rights, which is really just, a separation of church and state and really just allowing autonomy. That's the biggest thing. This also does have a negative effect on, our economy, and it puts, I feel like, women's education and things that they want to do, it puts it on the back burner. I think it's very patriarchal in a sense, and I think it's important to realize that it's, whether you agree with it or not, it affects all of us. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I had to catch my breath. But yeah, it has deeply rooted effects. It really is, an important topic. My resources, I had to change my article up a little bit just because I struggled to find a peer-edited, peer-reviewed. But thank you guys. Thanks for watching.